The World Communion of Reformed Churches, the WCRC, which represents 349 Protestant, Orthodox and Anglican churches, has decided to move its world headquarters from Geneva, Switzerland to Hanover, Germany by the end of 2013. The office, which represents roughly 80 million Christians worldwide, had been headquartered in Geneva since 1948. However, most of the dues it receives from their Reformed, Presbyterian and other denomination members are in the form of euros or American dollars, which are all weaker currencies than Switzerland's franc. This means the strong Swiss economy effectively diminishes the spending power of the WCRC's bankroll by the equivalent of nearly $200,000 annually. During a recent visit to a synod of her country's Protestant Church Association, German Chancellor Angela Merkel said of the WCRC's decision to relocate to Germany, "It highlights the positive church-state relations in our country, which is noticed and recognised internationally." Merkel made no mention of the role that the economic advantage of a weaker euro may have played in the decision. At a recent meeting of the German Protestant Church, Chancellor Angela Merkel claimed that Christianity is the most persecuted religion worldwide. Not only is this statement probably incorrect and ultimately pointless, but it also caused opposition lawmakers to bristle. Green Party lawmaker Jerzy Montag said that Merkel's comments were mistaken and not very helpful. Human Rights Watch noted that Muslims in Myanmar, members of Falun Gong in China, and Jews in many countries worldwide also face persecution. In her comments, the German Chancellor and daughter of a pastor also emphasised her belief that her country needed to protect Christian minorities as part of its foreign policy. She also spoke of her opposition to a strict separation of church and state, and insisted that Europe was built on a Christian foundation. The Czech Republic is facing a dire economic situation since it is now officially in a recession. Their central bank anticipates that the economy will contract an additional 0.9% this year, before hopefully rebounding slowly beginning in 2013. However, despite this fact, the centre-right governing coalition overrode an upper house veto on a bill designed to return church assets seized by Czechoslovakia's former communist regime between 1948 and 1989. 17 religious denominations, including Christian and Jewish religious institutions, are owed restitution of properties worth a total of 75 billion korunas, or nearly $3.75 billion. Cash restitution will be furnished in equal payments over 30 years. The bill also includes a plan to fade out the policy of funding the salaries of clergy over the next decade and a half. According to a recent poll of the Czech public, roughly 70% of the population opposes the plan to offer restitution to the churches. According to the same poll, 3.6 million of the country's 10.5 million citizens said they were atheists, while another 5 million left the religion column totally blank. What do Germany, Russia, France and Israel have in common? They all have Scientology centres. Of the many foreign countries where the US-based church is hosted, Israel may be the most welcoming. Despite having been declared a cult by a 1987 Israeli Parliamentary Commission, Scientology has found a welcoming country in this Middle Eastern land. Last August, for example, Scientologists opened a brand new national headquarters in the Tel Aviv port city of Jaffa. Offering such public services as anti-drug and literacy efforts, as well as outreach programs to prison inmates, the centre's opening was attended in an unofficial capacity by 2 ranking local politicians. Of course, like any Scientology centre, the Tel Aviv branch also offers spiritual counselling and personality tests. Also, as with any Scientology centre, the opening has had its share of detractors, including Israeli Scientology defectors who opened a competing centre in nearby Haifa. Said Scientology spokesman Sefi Fischler, "Like any new religion, people have misconceptions and much doubt, but we simply use logic to think life out for ourselves and are taught to question and debate everything." Kazakhstan is relentless in its attempt to make exercising freedom of religion or belief dependent on state permission. The application for registration or re-registration has passed, but the targeted religions feel that registration is not the problem. What difference does it make whether you are registered or not registered? Asked Dmitry Jansen of the Council of Churches Baptists from the Timir Tau in Karagandi region. The authorities will continue attacking, pressuring and raiding us, according to him. There have been raids even on registered communities. As well, independent mosques are also being targeted, threatened with demolition with a bulldozer, closure or pressured into joining the state-backed Muslim board. Kazakhstan has used bulldozers before to violate freedom of religion or belief. When the country, with no warning, used bulldozers to destroy Hare Krishna devotees' homes in November 2006, added Dmitry Jansen. Even though local human rights organisations condemned the law and the problems with its implementation, Kazakhstan continues to break the country's international and human rights obligations. When ARA Press Secretary Svetlana Penkova was asked what measures the ARA and other authorities will take against unregistered communities if they continue their religious activity without state permission, she replied, "They need to obey the laws." However, it has become clear that even if they do, the ARA will continue to harass and threaten members of individual churches and mosques. Hi, I'm Toppled God. I'm sporting a moustache this month in recognition of the Movember movement. That's Movember starting with an M. During November every year, millions of men grow moustaches to draw attention to men's health issues such as testicular and prostate cancer, as well as other health issues unique to men. You can find out more about the Movember movement by visiting Movember.com.